early school, and there's a lot of stuff around it. So, but let's see where Plano is in the world when it comes to Texas. Okay, so Plano is really, it's outside of Dallas. Okay, and so we can say, that's going to be part of our advertising too, is, just outside of Dallas, because that's a very desirable place to live. And so how far is it from Dallas? Let's look. And Jobel, when you put together this ad, let me see it before we send it out. Yeah, so we're 30 minutes away from Dallas, and that's a really important, I think that's a really important distinction. So let's say 20 miles from Dallas, or 30 minutes. That's totally cool. That's going to be part of what we're going to use to advertise this. Okay, and so let's see. Let's get the comps on this. And this will give us a cool little report that we're going to add to the ad we put, so they can click on it, and I'll get a ton of comps. This is going to pull up 9 right now. I don't want to call it ARV at all, because there's no repair, and so I think that's misleading. We're just going to call it, the value is, So Jobel, make sure you don't call it ARV. I think we get kind of into a little bit of a, so you can say it's like move-in ready, or nothing like that it needs to be renovated or anything. So let's hit all these. Yeah, you got a great place. This is exactly. I'm pretty psyched about it. So I'm going to do a couple normal. Let's do all 6 of these and just see. It'll give me even more. So this comping tool is awesome. Okay, so this one helps a ton. Here's a 3.2 that's 450. So that's gonna put it even higher. I'm gonna do them all, and let's just, because when you've got so see, this report will list all of them. So you know how people usually are like, hey, here's 3 comps. It's like, okay, hey, here's 9 comps, and we're proving the fact that the ARV, which I hate that they call it ARV because we're not repairing it, but it proves that it's 374. And the other cool thing is, whenever we search this, I think I said it before, but I'm just driving the point home, it comes up as 381. Okay, and so like, oh, it's 381 on Zillow, and then it's probably, I know it's 381 on Atlas. Let's see what Realtor says. Okay, so this one says it's off market. It doesn't give a number. Yeah, there we go. Estimated market value 362. So there's definitely equity. We're going to really lean in hard on the fact that there's equity. It doesn't really cash flow. So as far as an investor, it's not really there. But as far as somebody that lives in Dallas that's looking to buy, or an investor that can turn it and sell it to a retail buyer, that's where our sweet spot is.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense. Good property, really good,
Yeah,
really good. Okay, and the other good one that the other good one that Arian has, and let me just bring that one up real quick, is a seller finance deal. And so really good. I don't know, my buyer kind of bummed me out because she strung me along. She's like, yeah, it's exactly what I need. That's exactly. I'm like, great. And then she's like, I'm just too busy right now. I'm like, you're too busy for, okay, well, we're not going to chase deals for you anymore. Okay, let's see. Here's yours. This is the other one. Okay. And so here's what it looks like. So this is a seller finance deal. It's off market and it's already under contract, so it's nothing anybody can go after. Our offer price was 92, right?
Yeah.
If I'm remembering.
Yes, 92. Yeah, 92,000.
And the down payment was pretty good too, right? 15? What was the down payment?
So the down payment for the seller was 6,000 only.
6,000. Like stupid good. This is good.
Yeah.
Rehab costs. Did you feel like I didn't feel like there was rehab, but I haven't seen inside. Did you get in that inside pictures at all?
No, yeah, I have inside pictures. It's it's move-in ready. It's a turnkey property.
Okay, turnkey. So we need those pictures too, just for when we market it. So send us those pictures if you can, or just a link to them. Okay, and then
I will send you right
yeah.
away.
Okay, and do you know what the property tax was? I don't know why it didn't populate, but I don't think it's that high. I thought it was 1.5%. So on 100, it's like 150 a
Yeah,
month.
so the tax. Yeah, so yeah, I mean the taxes and the insurances combined makes I think 140 or 145 per month.
Okay, for property and insurance. Do you know what the insurance was?
Well, yeah,
Oh,
just give me a second. I'm checking.
you're breaking up. It's almost like you're
So
calling in from
so
Pakistan.
the taxes are around.
Oh, my girls have Filipino internet. He has Pakistani internet. Hey guys, seriously, I mean, we'll wait for him to come back, but how cool is it that we're dealing somebody halfway around the world? I love it. I think it's so cool. Here we go. Bring him back up.
Yeah, hey, can you hear me now?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. So the taxes are around 450 per year, and
450 a year for taxes?
insurance was around 100. Sorry, 1,000 per year.
Okay, so I'm gonna break it up to property taxes are 100 and insurance is 50. That's gonna be about right. So, and you suggested how much a month? I think we got it down to 5.
Yeah, 500 to sell it.
Oh, good. Okay, so we're cash flowing $300 a month. Like, and you're just
Yeah.
walking in and you're for 6,000 down. Insane job. Really, really good job. So this is the other one that we're sending. So tell me a little bit about your business. So you've got a call center there.
Perfect.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
It's awesome. And you've got a full call center, correct?
Yeah, so I have a whole setup over here in Islamabad. I have 7 cold callers over here in my office. So they are just doing, cold calling and calling all the motivated sellers and bringing the, contracts.
I love it. I love it. And you smoke like a chimney
Yeah.
too. You're you,
Yes. So I mean, I've been on my work desk from past 7 to 8 hours. I've been working from 7 to 8 hours.
you've been what?
I've been working from 7 to 8 hours.
Oh, really? So what
Yeah.
what what time do you follow America time? Do you sleep in the middle of the day? Or do you ever
Yeah.
sleep?
So I sleep. Yeah. So I sleep barely. I think I sleep barely. I sleep only for 3 to 4 hours a day.
It's amazing. You're a grinder. Yeah, Arian's been bringing so many different. I mean, he sent me like 10 emails of all the deals that he has, and a lot of them are really good. And so we're chasing them down. We'll be your arm here and try to get things going. Okay, so Jobel, do we have? Let me know when you've got it up on Investor Lift. Do we already have the seller finance one up?
Yes, Trent. It's already marketed this morning.
Okay, perfect. Both of them or just that one? Just the seller finance, and then you're working on the
Yeah,
other one?
just to settle finance. And then I'm working on the 704.
Okay, cool.
I'm
We'll start with the seller finance. But do you have the pictures of the inside for the seller finance?
Um, actually, Trent, we only have one photo for that.
Hey, send over those photos for the seller finance right now. We'll update the marketing.
Yeah.
Um, and then did you put a comp GPT report on the seller finance as well?
Yes, Trent. For this one, I've mentioned yesterday, we only got the manual comps.
Which report?
Mhm.
What'd you say, Aaron? You're coming in and out.
I
What'd you
thought
say? Oh boy, it's almost like you're halfway around the world. Okay, so the comps didn't work for this one, is what you're saying, Chobel?
Yeah, for the 501.
Okay, let me double check it just to see. But here's a report for the other one, so I'm gonna send this over to you. It's a really great report because we got 9. Oh, here's the.
Yeah.
Do we do the report link or do you like the full? I can't remember which.
No worries, Trent. I got it.
The
I
same.
realized I can also access the one that you created. Yeah.
Oh, you can already access it?
Yeah, I'm seeing here, I got to. I also run some comps earlier.
Okay.
But yours is good.
Well, thank
It's
you.
it's another property. So this is the one that I'll be using.
Okay, and I'll give you the link too.
Yeah, you can also share the link with me. Thank you.
You're like, leave me alone. I'm trying to work. Okay, there you go. And I sent you both. Oh, did I send that?
Thanks.
Yeah, I sent it to Arian too, so everybody's got it. Okay, so that's going to go into Investor Lift. So let's go check out Investor Lift. So we haven't done this yet, you guys. Investor Lift is, depending on what level you're at, is incredibly expensive. I bought into it really early, thinking it was the magic bullet, and it's good, but it's only as good as what you're willing to put into it. And so I think I wasted about 6 months not understanding it. And so, oh, cool. Arian just sent the pictures as well. Oh yeah, that's nice. 15. Oh, there's 20. There's a ton of pictures. This is going to help a ton. Thank you, sir. That's why we're not hearing him, is he's uploading pictures. Okay, cool. It's a nice little place. I think it's really cool. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So we have Investor Lift, and so Investor Lift has created something called InvestorLift.ai, where you come in and here's our deal. It tells you when there's a new lead. Well, that was simple. This will start. We just there we go. I was going to say it's going to start pulling leads, and so what it's doing is it's looking in Clarksville, Texas, and it's saying, hey, these are people that are potentially buyers because the AI looks into their program and sees the patterns that people buy at. So as these leads come in, there'll be outbound leads and inbound leads. Inbound leads are leads that somebody has looked at it and said, I kind of like this one. And so what we want is as these leads pull in, I'm going to just start giving them calls. So now we're doing the opposite. Now we're going to paint these properties as amazing, and we're going to try to get as much as we can out of them. So on this one, as I remember, let me go check it out real quick, just so you guys can see the ad and everything. So this is how it looks to the buyer. The buyer looks at it, and we have the price at 100,000, but the ARV is at 100,000. That's not good because nobody's going to want to pay exactly what the ARV is. Okay, we need to let me relook at this one real quick. Stand by. So this is how the buyer sees it. So I'm going in and watch. You'll see because now I'm requesting the address. And so when I come over to Investor Lift, it'll say inbound lead, and it'll be me. So you can see how it works. So that's how it works from the buyer side, as they're looking for things. Oops. There we go. Okay, so let's look at this. Okay, Jobel, I'm sorry to bother you.
Yeah.
The title doesn't say anything about seller financing at all.
The 501?
501 is a seller finance deal. That's the best part about it.
I'm
Okay.
seeing it here.
It says right
Seller
here,
finance.
but does it say it in the title?
Yeah, it's on the title.
That's so weird because okay, so I'm looking at it like a buyer, and it doesn't say anything about that. So I think in this first, we need to make sure it's not just a low down payment. I mean, it is a seller finance deal. We need to have that be the very first thing that it says. Also, we're showing that we're selling it for what we're showing that we're selling it for what it's worth. So we need to make that a little bit more appealing, okay? Does that make sense? Okay, guys, we're just working out some bugs on our side just so we can effectively market this. So let's check it out. So here's our properties. And on seller finance deals, you're deciding what your assignment fee is just by the value of the deal. Okay. That's interesting. So yeah, no, I see where you have it on here, but I don't see it on the buyer side.
Yeah, that's weird.
You know what I mean? This is what I see on the buyer side. Maybe.
I think actually the title, they will be seeing it once they receive the marketing.
Okay, let me just double check something. But the price too, I don't want to. I think our price is a little bit misleading because if I'm an investor and I'm going through and I see ARV is 100,000 and they're selling it for 100,000, I'm not interested right away. I'm like, why do I want something for 100,000 that there's no deal? So we got to see if there's a way to change that. Okay, so starting price 100,000. I would say the starting price is like. I see where your problem is. I don't know if this really sets up to do anything for seller finance because it doesn't show you the terms. But you see what I'm saying? The starting price and the buy it now price. I think we do the starting price is like $6,000 or $12,000 because that's what it is with the. Okay. Well, this is something I need to talk to Investor Lift about because we haven't marketed anything seller finance yet. And so this doesn't really. Yeah, it doesn't really.
Yeah, this is the confusing part when it comes
Yeah,
to
no,
creative.
totally agree. Well, I mean, I think we do the starting price at 12,000, like because it's 12,000. Like we'll call it 12,000 entry. I bet we'll get a lot more calls that way.
Yeah, Trent, that's the problem. If we will lower down the starting price or the buy now price, if it's lower than the ARV, it will not work. Yeah, that's the problem with the system.
So there's not really
That's
a buy.
why-
So there's not really a buy it now price. It's 12,000 is the entry. Because we can't really change anything because that's the deal. So, okay, this is a bad example to teach everybody. So let's just leave it alone for now. Or like, can you call Daniel or the other woman that you
Sylvia?
yeah, and
Mhm.
just say, hey, we're trying to put in a seller finance deal,
Okay.
and there's no way to do it. And I know they don't really care about seller finance there because that's not the big part of their business. But we can put it on the Atlas, right? Have we done that?
Um,
We haven't put it on the Atlas yet, have we?
no, not yet.
Okay, so we'll work on that later today. I mean, we'll end up putting it on the Atlas and then chasing Facebook too. Okay, so guys,
Okay.
that's my bad totally. The seller finance is a little tougher to put on Investor Lift because Investor Lift deals 95% with cash deals, and so they're like, well, we didn't, they don't set it up that you can do that. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to call on these and just say, hey, I've got this deal. We put it up wrong. And see if anybody's interested. These are all, okay, so see, that's the inbound. That's me. So when somebody's interested in it, so we're not generating interest in it. And again, this is marketing. This is the marketing part. Okay, so maybe we won't do that right now because I think we probably do it tomorrow when we get everything a little bit better. Arian, I'm bringing you back up. Okay, so let's go back to the. We'll just go to. I was planning on doing this, so let's figure out what we can do with it. So, Arian.
Yeah.
So my marketing guys, the investor lift, they don't have a good way to do the seller finance yet, and so that's gonna be something I'm gonna reach out to them today and have a talk with them. But we are going to continue to market it through our personal buyers because seller finance is usually way easier to pitch than a cash deal. And then my girls are putting together the one you sent this morning. And so that'll be up probably around noon or 1 o'clock my time. Okay?
Okay, perfect. Yeah, perfect.
Okay. And so I'm going to go back towards just searching for deals. You're doing a great job, and everything you send us is really excellent. I really appreciate the pictures. Everything you're doing is really solid. We're gonna we need it's kind of some growing pains just to know how each of us work, and I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of crushing it happening. So excellent job,
Yeah.
really great.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Trent.
All right,
Yeah.
okay, buddy. We'll keep in touch. Okay, so let's move on to searching for deals. Sorry about that. I kind of got off on a tangent, but yeah, I don't want to teach you guys something that's not completely foolproof yet. But this deal, this deal is going to be very sellable because we got about $100,000 in equity if we sell it for the price that we're trying to get. So that's amazing. Okay, it doesn't cash flow. So let's go over that real quick. It's like, wait, if it doesn't cash flow, how can I sell it? Well, it's back to the candy bar analogy. I mean, you bought a candy bar for 25 cents, you're selling it for $4. That candy bar does not cash flow, but it's delicious and it was super cheap. So that's kind of where we're at. That this is the fact that that everybody is saying that this is worth 381. The comps are saying it, everything's saying it. It makes it really easy to sell because we can show people that the comps are, an ARV of anywhere from 355 to 393. And we can send them this report. That's what's so great about Comp GPT because it's allowing you to actually send this report. Here's what the report looks like. I'll click on mine. So when we send it out, this is what your buyer's going to get. I'll make it bigger. Okay, and so it just says, hey, here's your ARV, and we're offering it for 280 or 270, right? And so right away, and it's like, hey, here you go. Here's all your comps. This is the real deal. And then they can go and look at their comps. The key though with buyers is buyers are lazy. They just want to be spoon fed. So the more information you can give them, the better. Okay. So there we go. All right. Let's see. Alexis, I am new here. Can you give me a walkthrough on what you need to do a mortgage takeover with? Yeah, absolutely. Come on up. I'm going to bring you up. And let's talk. I hope you're not too shy because I like to get you up here and doing things. Hey.
Hey, how's
And
it
it's
going?
Alexa. Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
So
I'm good.
bring up your camera too, if you don't mind, just because it's better. It's more conversational, and we can kind of build a little bit better rapport. Hey, there you are.
How's it going? How's it going?
Good. Hey, so what's your question? You're curious about seller finance?
Yeah. I used to I know a little bit about seller finance. I also know a little bit about the mortgage takeover as well, but I'm new to
Oh,
your group, and
okay.
my cousin is he was explaining to me like how you yourself partner on these deals, and I
Yeah.
just want to know like what exactly like the steps to take. Like I'm new to the whole wholesale atlas. I really like
Okay.
it. How everything is
Amazing,
laid
right?
out. Yeah, it's very amazing and very simple and easy to walk through. But
Yeah. Have you signed up
I just
for it?
wanna- huh?
Did you sign up for Wholesale Atlas already?
No, not yet, not yet.
Okay, I'll throw in the I get a discount, so you'll get the first month for 25% off. So it's
Okay.
only $60, and that way, if you hate it, you can bail, but you won't hate it. Okay, so let's do a question answer kind of a thing, and I'll walk you through whatever you want to walk through. So, who's your cousin? What's his name?
Jose. He's in the
Oh, okay.
he just said
I-
me, I'm the cousin in the chat.
He's awesome. Yeah, we just started working with him, and he's amazing. Are you in 29 Palms too, or are you
No,
somewhere else?
I'm actually in Buffalo, New York.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yes.
Okay. So, okay. What's your burning question? Like I can tell you about JVs. I can tell you about mortgage takeovers. I can tell you. So tell me what you want.
Oh, let's say we find a mortgage takeover, through the wholesale atlas. I'm assuming that would be subject to in the wholesale atlas.
Correct. Yeah. And I don't call them subject twos just because in the real estate world, they tend to
Get scared, yeah.
they shut it down. Like, hey, can we do a sub two? And they're like, nope. And I try to say, hey, is there any way we can relieve those guys of their mortgage, the mortgage payment? Because it sounds like they're having a rough time. The guy lost his job and, or whatever it is. So that's how I handle it. The key with the a mortgage takeover is we're going to have the seller put their property into their trust. Okay. And putting a property into a trust is incredibly common. Okay. And so the reason we do that is so we can come in and purchase the trust. And we're purchasing 90% of the trust because the seller has to have an interest in the trust or the mortgage can't follow the trust. Does that make sense? And so all a trust is taking property out of your name and putting it into the name of the trust. More times than not, the simplest way to call your trust, like this would be the 704 Kipling Drive, Plano, Texas trust. So it's really tied right to the property.
Yeah.
But you can call it anything. Mine's called the Mike Kamerman Family Trust. I put everything I have in a trust. Reason for that is if I get run over by a truck when I walk out of here, it all immediately goes to my family. You don't have to go through the courts. You don't have to go through lawyers. It's called probate. You don't have to go through probate. It just automatically goes over. So the bottom line is everybody should have a trust, and the trust is very common. And so that's why we do it. We have them set up a trust. We help them with it. They put their property into their trust, and then we purchase 90% of the trust from them. When we purchase it, it's going to be whatever the down payment is. Sometimes we don't even spend any money. I did one that there was no money that I had to spend. I just took it over because the woman who was selling it was out of town, got a way better job, wasn't really concerned about money. She had $80,000 in equity. And she's like, I've got renters I don't want to deal with. They're not paying on time. I'm having a rough time. Can you come in and just take it over? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, great. I don't care about down payment. I just want it off my plate. Okay. Wacky that happens. But people can be in a situation where they got a job out of town. They're making a ton of money. And for them, the hassle isn't worth the money. And so that one had $80,000 in equity, and I took it over. And so now I put, and the funny thing about that one is it didn't cash flow positive, but I've got renters and they're paying about 90% of the mortgage. So I'm good with that because I've got a ton of equity in it. So, I just pay a small amount of the mortgage, and I do all the management. So that's the key. So to back up a little bit, the way I do things is a little bit different than everybody else. And what makes it a little bit different is when I go in and look for a property, let's go to Fort Mill, South Carolina. This is just on Wholesale Atlas. With Wholesale Atlas, it's going to bring up, has Jose showed you this?
Yes.
Okay. It's going to bring up properties, and the beauty of this, and you do have some wholesaling experience, yes. Right? Okay, good. I just don't want to, and tell me if I'm making a too.
Doesn't hold my hand wholesale.
Oh, you were? Okay, good. So you get it. Yeah, if I say anything that you're like, yeah, no kidding, moron, I know that.
No, it's okay.
I'm fine with it. So just call me out, like I'm good with it.
So the pre-wholesale too, like I'm sorry, pre-wholesale, pre-foreclosure.
What? Yes, we'll do people. Yeah. So how are you asking how to do a pre-foreclosure?
Like I just want to know. Like I know how to do the pre-foreclosures. I just want to know, like, will it also work like with the buyer getting the trust and everything like that, putting in the trust?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The key to a pre-foreclosure is the bank's not involved yet.
Yeah.
The second the bank's involved, then our method doesn't work because they don't want us to do it. Okay. Because they're going to miss out on a ton of fees that they're going to charge. They're going to miss out on a higher interest rate, especially if these people have if the mortgage has a 2.5% interest rate, they want that mortgage taken away. Like they don't want that around. And so once the bank's involved, then it's a no-go. I've had several people that were 3 months behind on their mortgage. I just came in and brought them up to date and took over the house. And so that monkey's off their back. Their credit's not going to be ruined. And so those were the pre-foreclosures that it works really well with. Okay, so here's what I do that's a little bit different than anybody else. Well, I shouldn't say than anybody else, but this is the way I feel like you should be doing things. Because I feel like everybody spends so much time underwriting the deals, right? And so a lot of people will tell me, hey, I made a list of 400 houses I'm going to start calling tomorrow morning. I'm like, no, you probably will never call any of those because it's too much. You're biting off way too much. And so it's becomes overwhelming, and then you get nothing done. Yeah. But in your mind, you're like, hey, I worked my butt off. I was up till 2 o'clock in the morning. I got this list and da-da-da. I'm like, no, that is not the way.
I'm not gonna lie, that happens to me sometimes.
Okay, right? But the reason we do it is we need to justify our existence sometimes. And the way we do it is we do busy work. And we're like, well, look how cool. I made this spreadsheet and I got this thing all good and blah, blah, blah. And it's like big, huge waste of time. Okay, so I picked a place that's not going to give me the rents I want. But what I love about Wholesale Atlas, and you can come in really simply, and just see if the rents, do you know the 1% rule?
Jose taught me about that as well.
Okay. So simple. If this was 2,200, I'd be on it all day long. I can tell, and usually the first page, the lowest price in this area is like 137 for a condo in a building, and I don't want to deal with condos. Even though we're looking at Section 8 rents of 2620, watch what happens. I guarantee this will be the deal. The HOA is going to be ridiculous. $323 a month. Okay? We want to stay away from condos because of HOAs. That's mainly the reason. Okay, so let's go someplace better. Where haven't I been?
I didn't even notice that the Section 8 rental price was on this as well. That's
Oh, you didn't see that? Yeah, that's sick, right? So we'll go to Richmond, Virginia real quick, because I did Virginia yesterday, but a different city. So what I'm going to tell you here is when these come up, we're going to find a 1%er, and guess how we're going to underwrite it?
Oh.
We're not. We're not underwriting it at all. We're going to call on
everything is in Atlas, right? You don't really need.
Yeah, everything you really need is in here. But my whole point is, I want you guys to get on the phone because we've got different ways of doing things. We've got seller finance, or we got a mortgage takeover. We got cash, but we have no idea what the position of the seller is. Like, where are they? Are they super rich and they don't care about money? Are they super desperate and need to get rid of it by Tuesday because they got to fly out of town and move to Spain or whatever it is? We need to know the reason they're selling. And the only way we get that is by calling the realtor. And the second only way we get that is we got to build rapport with the realtor. And so I want you guys to have your focus 100% on building rapport with realtors. Okay. And so let's see if there's anything here. Okay, right off the bat, 125, the rents would have to be 1250, right? We look down here. I always take the lower of the two rents, okay? And so I'm going to figure, okay, it's 1750, definitely more than 1250. So we're pretty good. Now, this also shows me the equity they have. So they don't own this outright, but they own about 75% of it. So right off the bat, I'm like, ooh, that's a tough one because they're expecting a paycheck of, whatever. But we're in the 125 area, so this is probably going to be a cash deal. Okay? So then I go to analyze lead. And I look at it. Looks good from the outside. So one cool clue is when you only see pictures from the outside, one of two things are going on. It's destroyed inside, or it's got renters. So this is as far as I go. And then I just take the phone number and I call it. That's all the education I've gotten on this one. Okay. Is just looking at those pictures, and now I'm going to call. And some people are like, well, how do you know what to say? And well, the beauty is the less I know, the more questions I'm going to have. Right.
Yeah.
So if I come in here and I go, well, it looks like their mortgage is this and that and da. And so I just go right into the phone call. And during the dialing, which is the time that nobody's answering, then you do your underwriting. Hang on 2 seconds. There we go. And so I'll do my underwriting right now.
Did you actually just call them just now?
It's going to be. Here it comes.
Press to be connected with the agent.
I pressed 2. That was dumb. Sorry. I'm an idiot. Okay, hold on. Why did I do that? Press 1. Nope, I'm going to press 2. It's the rebel in me. Okay, let's see here. There we go.
Press 1 to be connected with
Better. Okay, fat fingers
This call may be recorded.
So now I'm waiting for this because it's going to take a little while. Step directly into cash flowing opportunity with. Oh, look at that. Now there's 4 of them. Hey, Jamar, it's Trent. How are you? Good. Yeah, I'm looking at 3919 Rusk. What can you tell me about that?
Okay, and okay. And who's the listing agent
Oh,
on the
perfect.
property? Okay.
That'd be great. Thank you. If the price is right, I can buy today.
One of the
Yeah, I'm an investor, so I will send somebody over to look at it for sure.
Okay.
Is it rented right now?
repeat that, sir.
Is it rented right now?
I'm not too sure. Tim will be able to confirm.
Okay, cool.
details on my rented right now.
Okay.
Are you working with an agent already, or just been doing your search independently?
I do everything independent
Okay.
because agents are blood-sucking vampires. No, I'm kidding.
And what's your first and last name so I can let the agent know who's wanting to speak with them?
You bet. It's Trent, Trent. Last name is Kamerman, Kamerman.
On a brief hold, I'll be back on if the agent's available.
I cannot wait. Thank you, sir. I mean, I'm excited. I will wait. Okay. Hang on 2 seconds. Okay, so the thing we know, and this is the time, because this is such dead time, it's the best time to look at everything. So now you can read, and they're saying that these three.
Thank you for holding. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
Tim,
Oh, good. Yeah, what's his number?
right.
Thank you, sir. Such a waste of time on their end. How lazy are they? Okay, so here's what's cool is there's 3 properties here. And we're talking $5,400. So now I can do a little bit of so we know 1,800 is the low monthly payment. So let's go to cash. Hey, how are you?
Yeah.
Oh,
288.
slow down there. Slow down. Okay, you're giving me his number?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 757.
288 1854. Said if you couldn't reach him, someone couldn't reach him, they could go through texting him. Also, you said you can go to the resources website and try to contact him as well.
What is that?
It's just the website online. It's called.
No, I know it's a website. What's the address? Just dudleyresources.com?
Yeah, you can just go Google it. I don't.
What the hell? Okay. What a great service. Okay, I will text him. Thank you so much. that was that was completely worthless. Holy crap. Okay, so I'm gonna call his cell. Like, what was that? Poor guy.
He gave you an email address, but with no.
Yeah, and he's like, and here's their website. I don't know what the actual website address is, but we'll check it out. Dudley Resources. I guess. Dudley, he's like, you can Google it. I'm like, okay, what's your job? Hilarious to me. There it is. There.
You were spelling resources wrong.
Well, judge me. Jeez Louise.
That's all right. It's all right.
SOUR. Was I doing SES?
Yeah.
You're like, you're dumb.
So this is
Okay.
an auction?
It looks like this is their auction website. So it seems like in Virginia, there's a lot of this because they got the same thing in Roanoke. So we'll keep that for a second, but let's call again. I don't want to, I want to make sure I'm calling. I love when these guys think they're so important they can't answer the phone because that's where they make their money. Okay, so let's call him directly. And it's cool because there's 3 of them. Now let's underwrite. Call. There we go. So let's underwrite this thing while we're waiting for him. Is this one, right? Yeah.
Hello, thank you for calling Tim Dudley with Dudley Resources. If you're calling about one of our listings, please go to our website at dudleyresources.com and check out the information we have on there. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to either give me a call back or text me. Have a
Hello, what? It's like, hello.
Thank you for calling Tim Dudley with Dudley.
Hey, Tim Dudley. Let's try it again. Okay, so as we're doing this, we can look at each one of these as 1,800 is what they're saying. Let's go 1,700 for the rent and see what's up with that. So, and I'm not in cash. So my cash comes up. I see the purchase price is what I'm first looking at to see if it cash flows. So at 1,700, cash flows.
Hello, thank you for calling Tim Dudley
Okay,
with
so
Dudley Resources.
he's not going to answer. So now I go into text mode. And here's what I do is I like this a lot. This is actually, we found a pretty good property. It cash flows pretty well at their asking price. Okay. But they've also got 3 others and they've been on for 43 days. So right now the market is saying 125. I don't think so. And so when I call them back, or if they ever call me back, I'm going to just have a chat with them and say, hey, it looks like it doesn't really cash flow to the level that we are used to, which is kind of a generic thing to say, because what's that even mean? So how motivated are the sellers? I mean, is this something, it looks like they have 2 other things. Are we looking at a discounted package deal? What, tell me what's up. And then he'll just spill and he'll let us know what's going on. So since we called him and he didn't answer and we went through all that hassle, I copy the address and I text it to him along with my name and a message saying that I'm really interested in these because I am. Tim, this is Trent Kamerman. I'm really very interested in this property. I would love to find out what it looks like inside. Do you have any pictures you could share? Okay, so I'm just doing that. I'm also going to share my contact info with him. So that gives me credibility. So he's like, okay, you're not just somebody dialing for dollars like the guy that answered his phone. That guy was just like reading his script. I need to ask you some questions. Okay, so here's the other beauty of Wholesale Atlas. I'm going to put a little heart on this, and it's going to save it for me. And I'm going to say that I texted Tim. Is it Tim? Tim.
You don't leave voicemails at all?
I don't. Do you listen to your voicemails?
I usually do. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Here, let me look at mine. I'll look at mine real quick and just see. I have 28 voicemails right now. Haven't.
I feel like if you leave a voicemail, it must be important. That's how I feel.
Oh, see, I'm just the opposite. I feel like it's usually a robot. And that's 28 from the 3rd of October that I haven't touched. And so I'll get to it next time that, I have a really bad stomach ache and I have extra time on the toilet. I will, I'll go. But I just don't go through voicemails.
That makes sense though. Everybody reads their text. Well, not necessarily, but still, a text is
But
more.
it's a lot faster, right? I mean, I just feel like the text comes in and you're like, oh, what's up?
Yep.
But he is a smart realtor. And what he's done is he's like, okay, I'm sick of people calling me. I'm just going to funnel them off to here. And then if they have questions, they can go look at my website. So the property I want isn't on the website, I don't think. So let's see. That one, renovated 3-1. I don't see any pictures of the one that I want on their website. Okay, but it's a great resource. I'm going to keep it. And then now we've got an auction, and these guys do tax auction. All this stuff is good stuff. I had this exact same thing happen yesterday in Virginia. So I think this is just kind of a Virginia thing. But I will definitely save that because I can look at these later on and see if there's anything else. But that's kind of my process. I mean, in the very simplest form, I just want you guys to get on the phone. Like, you're going to find out so much more about something when you're on the phone. Here's the second property. I'm going to heart both of those.
So what if we called, we got interested in doing a deal? What's the next step for us as wholesalers?
Okay, so the next step is, and this is where I can help. Usually I JV with people for your first few deals, just so you can get an understanding of the backside of everything. The getting the deal is the easy part. The selling the deal is a nightmare because now I have to go into selling mode where I'm now pumping up this property to somebody else who's knocking me down. Okay, so I'm going to get beat up. So it's really important for me to get this really cheap because I need wiggle room that I can use when I'm selling it to the buyer. But that's why we only go after really, really good deals. This would be a really good deal because I can advertise this and say, at $1,700 a month, you're cash flowing positive.
So even if it was just one house, if that deal was just one house for that?
At this price, it cash flows. Yeah. Here, let me show you the numbers again real quick.
Like 330 at cash flow, I believe.
Yeah, it's killing it. Like, that's not a bad. That's wrong.
Oh.
That's lies. That's lies. So you have your rents here. I'm gonna put it at 1,700. I know it says 1,800. I don't like surprises. This little toggle when you get Wholesale Atlas, and if you need any help at all with Wholesale Atlas, just call me anytime, and I'll walk you through it and explain it and do all that stuff with you. So this is your normal rents, and then this is Section 8. So they've got this little toggle that you can use. So yeah, at cash, at their asking price, at their $100 less than their rent, we're cash flowing $330 a month, which is really, I mean, if we're at their price, their rent that they're saying, it's $430 or $410. Okay, excellent, really, really good.
And if they Section 8 it, they could probably get more, right?
No, not necessarily. Section 8 is kind of a. Everybody makes Section 8 sound like it's such a great thing. Keep in mind, now you're pulling in renters that are not super reliable. Everybody goes like, well, they don't want to lose their, but they got themselves into a situation where they're not super responsible. So they're not going to take care of your place super great. Everybody says, oh, but the government's going to keep an eye on them. And no, they're not. So you're getting a different level of mentality with people that are getting stuff paid for them. There's not an ownership feel. Whereas somebody making their own money and doing their own thing, they've got a little bit more pride in where they live. So you want your property to be, so I don't ever base anything on Section 8. I always base it on the lowest possible rent that I see out there.
you have any buyers that like to do Section 8?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I don't care what they do. I'm just not doing it for myself. I won't rent Section 8. Absolutely. No, they're everywhere. Everybody.
Yeah, that's like as me, like I mean, to be honest, like I wouldn't care because I'm not the buyer, you know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure the buyers
Exactly.
out there do
You're
that.
right. Yeah. But I'm saying Section 8 won't give you more. It's not always the case that it's like, oh, Section 8 pays way better, you know? It's so as long as if you're cash flowing at the bad rent price, then you're good to go. Keep in mind, we're going to come in here and we're going to offer probably 75,000.
So you wouldn't offer 125 because
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not going to offer. I never offer 125. I look at 125 to see where we're at. Like now, our cash flow is 760. Now it's 10 even more sellable, right? So that's why this is a great property. I'll call on this one later, and hopefully Tim will respond to the text.
But do you think that he would accept that offer because it's only been 45 days on the market?
Guess what? If you don't ASK, you don't GET. So
yeah, that's true.
it's my life. I mean, it's like I don't. That's why I want to call on these. That's why I'm trying to drive the point home. Like, what if this guy says, "Hey, if these guys can get 75 grand by the end of the week, they'll do it." Okay, great. I'll get that over there. No problem. It's one of those things where we don't know what their motivation is. I'm assuming, and here's where we can start doing the underwriting and wasting time. But and just for educational purposes, I don't usually underwrite it too much. But more than likely, this is owned by somebody that has got all three of these. They potentially could have a ton of properties. And so that too is valuable. So now I know somebody with a bunch of properties, and then I can be their guy that helps them out. Like, hey, how about I just come in and I'll sell your properties for you. Let's see.
So what would be the lowest that you would go?
Well, we know 125. 125 is fine. That's the thing. But here's the problem: when you go and try to sell to a buyer, they can see that number and they're like, well, why wouldn't I just go to them directly? Why do I need you?
Right.
Okay. Right. And so there's kind of there's just a need to win as far as, they want a deal. And so if they're not getting a deal, they're like, oh, I'm not going to, why would I go after that? So you have to make it look more like a deal. And sometimes we ask them to take it off Zillow, or increase the price, or, whatever we can do to make it look more attractive to a buyer. Because sometimes it has nothing to do with facts. It has everything to do with looks. Okay, so these guys, do they have linked properties? Yep, that's what I thought. 121 linked properties. Okay, so now you can go down a whole nother rabbit hole if you want to. Find out the property details. Who owns this? Okay. Calvert Dolores. And now you're going to go look for all the properties that they own. Let's put Richmond. So this is somebody that owns a ton of stuff. See, this is funny. So is that the address that we were at? This is saying 1070. Is that 3929 Rusk? I think it was. Let's see. Is that on Rusk? Yeah. So that was saying the rents are $1,000 a month. Okay, so let's look at that. If that's our scenario, which it's very possible, and that's what we got to vet out. At $1,000 a month, doesn't cash flow. You're losing $230 a month. Okay, so it's really important to have all your numbers correct. So I have a couple different ways of checking the rents. I've got this, which is called Rita. Now Rita gives us a higher rent, the people, the description gives us 1800, right? Where's the description? Yeah, in their description they say 1800, so they can't misrepresent it. But let's see what Rentcast says. So you can go to all these different places and check and see what things go for. What was that? 39.19. 39.19 Rusk. There it is. Let's see. Okay, so we're good. It's not $1,000. So, but see how I did 1,700. Now the Rentcast is 1,650. Now let's go back and see where we're at. Is 1,650 going to kill us? I don't think so. So we're still above the 1% rule, and so that's why I like to do all this underwriting after I know what's going on. In this case, I'm just showing you, but at 125 at 1,650. Cash deal. Yeah, so it's red, and that's only because of my settings. It turns green when it's 300 or more. So it's just to alert me that, see right here, good net revenue is $300 or more. So I can change that setting, and when you get your wholesale atlas, you can change it too. So it's right here. So if I put this as 200, save the changes. And then you go back to that one. Now watch. At 1,650, at their purchase price, the 125. Now it's at 290. Oh, it's still red. That didn't work. What the heck? It's supposed to turn green. Maybe I didn't save it. So cash. Oh yeah, I must not have saved it. So 200. It's being dumb.
Is this your software or is this your website that you made?
No. This is it's actually another guy that's in Hold My Hand Wholesale, but when he showed it to me, I fell in love with it, and so I kind of blew myself up with Richard. I was the director over at Hold My Hand Wholesale for a while, and I kind of blew myself up because I offered. I mean, I worked out a deal with the creator, and to bring it to Richard and to use it in Hold My Hand Wholesale, and he shut us down hardcore. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess we're parting ways, because I really like it. I think it teaches
You guys
people.
parted ways because of this, because of Wholesale Atlas?
What's that?
You guys parted ways because of Wholesale Atlas? Oh, wow.
Yeah, he started getting really, really angry with me, but that's okay. I mean, that happens. I mean, it's business.
This is great for everyone.
That's what I felt. Well, they were so focused on, they had their own software they are developing, and I said, guys, you're months, if not years, away from getting that done, because their developers were very slow and weren't coming through for them. But they were, I mean, they're young, and so they're like, nope, we don't need help from anybody. I'm like, okay, well, you do, but we'll see. So it is what it is.
I got your own, there's buy boxes in here too.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, so you can. Yeah, there's buy boxes. There's also the Atlas, which is the whole. This is the where you can buy stuff. So if you want to put your properties that you have, it's kind of like a mini investor lift.
Wait, you could put your.
You can put your properties on here. I can share a link with you, and then.
Like wholesalers can do that too, or no?
This is this is to sell to buyers. And so it's new, so it doesn't have 8 gazillion buyers yet, but it's coming along pretty fast. I mean, like here, you got, well, what were we looking at? Plano before? Well, you got 4 buyers here, so you can go in and see what's for sale. But also you can put yours up. So it's an eBay. It's basically an eBay for houses that you can use.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, Investor Lift cost me 20 grand, and this is free for everybody. That's what I like about Atlas is they're growing and they're new and they're focused on helping people out. Do you know Vadush? He was one of the group leaders of the Hold My Hand Wholesale. And he's like, hey, this needs to happen. We're in desperate need of this. And I'm like, yep, we really are. And so he and I are really focused on just helping students and making it simpler. So, and we don't charge. I mean, I don't charge for my Discord. I don't charge $20 a month. That's where Richard makes all his money. He's charging people $20 a month. They forget about it. And so he's got, however many thousands of people. He blew up, he hit it on social, just like for whatever reason, they still don't know why. And so they're living off that income, which is working out great for them. Anybody would love to have that. So good guys, good education. I support them completely. I suggest them all the time. I want people to go over there and get an education from them, but then use Wholesale Atlas to make life easy. But that's the key. I mean, the key to the whole thing is that you just get on the phone, and this makes it easy. Makes sense? Who are you screaming at?
My dogs.
Your mom? Don't yell at your mom.
My dog.
Leave her alone. Why are you yelling at your mom like that? Okay, does that help? Does that make more sense? Oh boy, the dogs are going to get beat. This is not going to be good. They're probably Chihuahuas too. He's just trying to be tough. That's funny. That's hilarious. What kind of dogs?
American Bully, and I don't even know what that other dog is. My mom's dog is.
Oh, what's your mom? You weren't yelling at your mom.
I knew it. My mom was yelling at me to call my dog.
Oh, good. Okay, good. As long as she's yelling at you, then everything's right in the world. Okay, does that help you out?
Yeah, you really did help me out. I really appreciate it, Trent.
Get on the phone. Get on the phone. I can do 20 calls an hour. Okay? So some people say, oh, I made 3 calls today. I'm like, what? I want to slap them like you do your dog.
Let me start at 5 calls a day, all right?
Okay, come back tomorrow. I'll be here. Oh, lies. Oh, no, I will be. I'll be here tomorrow. So 8 a.m., I want you to tell me about the 5 calls you had. Okay? And here's another little tip.
Are you in a different time zone than me? I'm in New York.
Yeah, I'm in California. I'm on the better coast. Yeah.
I was like 8 a.m.
Oh, bro, I'm here at 5:30. Here's what I use. I use a way of getting everything organized called Trello. It's free. I just recently started putting all my guys on here, but it allows you to have these little boards that you can move around, and so you can keep all your properties. And so what I do is I keep all the properties. Like when we talk about a property on here, why am I not seeing what I need? So during the live stream, we're just adding properties. So when we're talking about stuff during the live stream, and let's say, who were we just talking to? Arian, right? All his stuff is, it's not gonna be here. Lies. All of his stuff is moved over to the deals we're chasing because Arian's got a lot of them. And so here's all Arian's deals. And so we can categorize all these deals by person, and it just keeps you super organized. But it's free if you your first like if you just have one person, it's free. They'll let you get it for free.
So the Wholesale Atlas doesn't have comps. That's why you guys use the comp GPT.
Well, that's theirs too. So
Wow.
yeah,
That's Atlas.
So they've got the Atlas, they've got Wholesale Atlas, and Comp GPT. Yeah.
Does that cost money as well?
That one's $20, which is totally worth it. And here's another one this is another student that who was in my Discord. He put together a thing called Rita, and it's an extension that when you look at anything on Zillow, watch what pops up down here. You won't see this on your Zillow. It tells you what the fair market value rents are, but also if I go out of this, I can come over here and see other properties, and anything that's green, see all those things are red, they're not good deals. These are not 1%ers. And so if you can find one that's a 1%, there we go. So now you got one that's 155, it runs for $2,000 a month. That's one to call on. Okay, and so you just keep on looking through, and this one's great too. It's in the Chrome extension store called Real Estate Deal Analyzer. $20 a month. I'll put it in the chat. I use this as just my backup. So if like the other day, Wholesale Atlas got killed by Zillow because they changed their back end, and so I didn't have Wholesale Atlas. I used this and the same thing. Just if it's green, I call. I just don't waste time trying to do anything else but call. Okay, that's green. I'm gonna call. Say it again.
That's $20 a month, you said?
$20 a month. So this and Wholesale Atlas together, 75 and 20, $95 a month. PropStream's 120 now, I think, a month. It's like a no-brainer. Like you do both of those, you're still saving money.
Do you think should I use Comp GPT for the comps or PropStream?
Yeah, absolutely. I would use CompGTP all day long because, like, just what I showed you before, like when I do a comp, I have a comp report that I can give to the buyer. PropStream doesn't put anything together like this, where it's like, oh, hey, here's the comps. We're selling it for 270 or 280. Here's your ARV estimate of 374, and they'll be like, well, how do we know that's real? Oh, here's 9 comps that we've got for you.
Wait, are you looking? No, are we looking at the same thing?
I think so.
I think Wholesale Atlas.
Oh shoot, it didn't. Oh, that's right. I'm not on. Sorry about that. Yeah, when I change in Zoom, you can just put it in the window and in. Here, I'll show it to you real quick. Sorry about that. This will make more sense. You're like, what are you doing, you moron?
I was like, what's going on?
Yeah. So with this comp report, I can send this to a buyer and say, hey, here's the comps. The easier you make it on a buyer to make a decision, the more deals you're going to do. It's so simple.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not ready for a buyer. So basically, I'm going to be sending my deals to you. So do you want this report as well?
What's that?
You would like. I'm going to be sending my deals to you. So you want this report?
Yeah,
as
if
well?
you can give me, make it as easy as possible for us to sell it for sure. But like, this is what's so cool about this is that now you've got your ARV. Like over in Hold My Hand Wholesale, they'll be like, okay, so go to Zillow and then draw a picture around your property and then don't go 2 miles, less than a mile away. Like I don't want to do that. I would like to just have something in the age of AI. Yes, please do the work for me. And then here's 9 properties. That would take me half a day to find 9 properties that are comps. And these are all valid comps. Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, take advantage of AI, guys. I mean, all day long.
CompGPT,
Rita. Yeah, I'll put them all. Yeah, they're all going to be in the chat. Okay, but start slow. I just want you to, if you have Wholesale Atlas, make phone calls. Get a deal, then buy more stuff so you can make your life easier. The whole point of these things is to save time. And the biggest time saver is getting on the phone and calling the realtor right away. That's going to save you more time than anything else. Because you can comp all day and you can do all that stuff all day long. But if the realtor's like, oh yeah, we just sold that yesterday, we haven't updated anything. You're like, oh man, I just spent 2 hours comping it and underwriting it and trying to figure out, like, call the realtor. It's so simple and it's so much. Yeah, you're going to be way more successful. Okay.
Good. Good.
Yeah, and work with Jose. You guys, I mean, team up.
Yeah, we're gonna partner. We're gonna like partner up and you know be a team on this.
Here's what I suggest: is you guys you get on Discord, go live like we're doing with each other right now. It holds each other accountable, and you get to celebrate the wins. Like, oh, did you hear that? That was a good one. You know, maybe keep headphones in so you can listen to his calls. He can listen to your calls.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Just build that momentum. What I find most of all in this at this point is that people are too afraid to make phone calls, and it's not I'm afraid like Halloween. I'm afraid it's I don't know what to say, so I don't want to look stupid. And I have looked stupid my entire life, so I'm super good at looking stupid, and I lean into that. Like if I talk to a realtor, I'm like, "Hey, I'm brand new at this. Can you help me out?" And then their defenses go down so fast. If they say, "Are you a wholesaler?" and they're kind of pissy, say, "What's a wholesaler?" And they're like, "Oh, cool, you're not." So simple. So simple. Okay.
I feel like the most like nervous people will get like how you said is when they don't know the question to the answer. But most of the time they're probably gonna say like, "Oh well, how does a trust work? Like how would that work?" And I might just be like, I mean, I don't know if it's okay with you. I'm like, well, my partner, he knows more about the trust.
100%. Absolutely. That's why I JV. That's the whole point of the JV. The JV is the help all along the way. It's funny because that is one thing Richard got mad at me because I JV'd with the kid, and over the weekend we got a deal. And then on Monday, the kid called Richard, and Richard called the realtor and got the same deal that we got. And then the kid said, "Yeah, but I'm already JV'd with Trent." He's like, "Well, I just did all the work." And he's like, "Well, Trent talked to me over the weekend." And he's like, "He just talked to you and now he's JVing with you?" And it's like, well, where else do you JV? Like I'm trying to teach and we got to go through the steps. And so he blew that up into, "Oh, Trent's ripping you off." And and I'm like, okay, well, I can't. There's no way I can win because I don't know when to JV. When the second you want me to JV, I'm there. You call me. I'll help you with whatever questions. I'll talk to the realtors. We'll close the deal. I want it to close as much as you do. And I do JV differently than they do. I do 30% me, 30% you, 40% for whoever finds the buyer. And that incentivizes you to try to find the buyer. Because if you can find the buyer, then you get 70% of the deal. I'm thrilled with that because you're going to find buyers and then I can call you and be like, "Hey, do you have any buyers in, wherever?" Like it just builds everybody.
So what I'm nervous about a little bit is how like because you said that you don't put, or I think my cousin Jose said that you guys don't put the wholesale price, like the price that we get on the thing. So how do we know how much we have to work with, basically,
So let's just do a hypothetical. So let's say you got it under contract for $200,000. And it cash flows, let's say like a reasonable amount, $250 a month. Now we go out and we test the market. So you have it at $200,000. I'll put it up for $230,000. If it's crickets, I'll drop it to $220,000. If I start getting calls, then we're going to try to sell it to $220,000. They're going to be like, "Hey, I'll do $205,000." And then I'll call you and I'll say, "Hey, we got one at $205,000. You want it?" And we're going to be like, "Heck yeah, we do. We don't care. We just want."
You're going to make sure that there's a price. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously you want 30% of it or 33%.
Well, yeah, I want to make sure that I want to make sure we're all making money. But it doesn't. When Richard talks about something, he looks at it and he's like, "That's a $30,000 deal." I'm like, "How is that a $30,000 deal? You don't have a buyer yet. That's not anything. We got to have a buyer, and the buyer's going to beat me up, guaranteed." So, yeah, that's again. I don't want anybody to think they're going to get rich in 6 months on this. You have to build a network. There's so much you have to do daily. I literally am here 6 days a week. I get in at 6 a.m., if not earlier. I've got a team of VAs that have my back no matter what. They're amazing. And we're building together. And so it's like you just got to be consistent. And so a lot of people are consistent for a week. But if you call 20 people in a day, your goal is tomorrow you're going to tell me you called 5.
Yep.
And I want you to hammer the phones. I don't want you to go slow. I want you to call 4 times. Your first 2 calls get ignored. Number 3, they're like, "Who's this?" And number 4, they answer and they're like, "What?" And you're like, "Oh, hey." So they're mad. They're mad at you for about 2 seconds, and then you're saying, "Hey, I want to check on this property. I'd like to be your buyer on this." And da 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 da. I always my go to question is, "What can you tell me about this place?" So generic, like
Do you have
or
do you have like a little script?
nope.
No?
I don't want anybody to have a script because then you sound like Jamal, who, I called on that one, and he's like, "I need more information from you. Can I get your phone number?" I'm like, "Oh, geez, this is not going to go well." I want it rapport. Talk like we're talking now. Have questions. Be dumb. Like if they say, "Well, how's that work with the trust?" And you're like, "You know what? I don't know either. I'm brand new at this, but let's figure it out together." Those kind of things are 10 times better than, "Well, you see, a trust is going to do this for you," and you're giving them wrong information. Be okay to not know things. It's okay. You will, and that's going to help you down the road. Okay?
I appreciate you, Trent. I really
What are
do.
you going to do? What are you going to do right after this?
I'm probably gonna get on the phone with.
Yeah, that's my man. 5 calls.
I'm gonna get on the phone with Jose, and then we're gonna do what you said. Actually, probably
Okay.
make calls together. He'll make a call first, then I'll make a call, and we'll see how each other how we
Yep.
did it.
Kill it. You'll be awesome.
Thanks again, man. Appreciate you.
Okay. Take it easy. Good stuff. Good questions. Really good questions. Because I feel like we're all in that situation where we're just trying to figure it out. And when you get too much information shoved down your throat, you're gonna vomit. So it's brutal. Oh, I got somebody that's calling about my rental. This is good. Okay, so this is the whole other side of it, guys. It's so funny because my wife's like, "What'd you do today?" And I'm like, "About 7,000 things." It's so much fun to have all these different things going on all at once for me. Most people, they might want to rip their hair out. But now I've got the house that I was talking about earlier that I got for no money down, and I have it up for rent. And so now I'm dealing with management companies. When you find a manager that's excellent, you just grab onto them. In fact, I'm going to start trying to do more deals in Lubbock just because of my manager there. He is so good. He went in, he's like, "Hey, you got about, $2,000 worth of damage in the house. Can we fix that up? And I'll get it up and I'll start renting it for $4,000 a month." I'm like, "Okay." I paid 10 grand for that place. So there's so much to go. Let's see, where did that come from? That is, it's a phone call. Okay, stand by just one second. I'm going to send this over to my girls. Give me 2 seconds. Sorry about that. Opening information on the rental, you'll listen to Comanche. Give me a call when you have a chance. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to send this over to. Hey guys, this is Lauren. I'm going to send you her phone number. Eva, can you call her? She's interested in Comanche. She needs to fill out an application if she's into it.
Okay, Trent.
Thank you. Too many things open. Okay. Her number is, here it comes. And it's Lauren. That's what she said. This is for Comanche. And that's not her last name's not Comanche. That's for that. Okay. All right. So that's moving along. Okay. Who else we got in here right now that we haven't? Oh, Omar, pop up for a second. I just want to see how you're feeling. I hope you're out of the hospital. Please tell me you're out of the hospital. Come up here, buddy. Let's see if you can talk. Or if you're on the, you might be on a phone call too. So if you're on a phone call, you can just ignore it and cancel it. But, all right, let me double check. I haven't looked at the chat for a minute. So let me check there too and see what's going on. This code isn't working for some reason. Uh-oh. Which one, for comp? Is it 50% off for comp? I didn't know that. Is that what our discount is with them? That's great.
Yeah.
Oh, that's super nice. Okay, so it's usually what, $40?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's great. Al DePau. Thank you, sir. That was nice of you to say. And then let's see, just check the name. Oh, you're looking, Matt's looking for Section 8 in Lubbock. Okay, Matt, let's chat for a second. I'll bring you up. So I got some good info in Lubbock too. Do you know Lubbock pretty well? Come up here and let's chat for a second. I'm getting to learn Lubbock just because this guy is great. I'll if I'm looking at a place and I'm like, hey, what do you think of this? And he'll send me like a little. Oh, okay, you're working, no problem. But yeah, reach out to me, Matt, at any time. I think you have my phone number. If not, I'll throw it in the. I'm sure you have my phone number, actually. Let's see. I'll check in the messages. Because you have good stuff. I remember you've showed me some stuff. Oh, I guess you don't. I'll give you my phone number. Reach out. Lubbock-wise, I want to start being the mayor of that town. Because it's small enough but big enough, and there's some good rents there. So let's do what we can. All right, let's see. Oh, let's Lonnie. Let me get that to Lonnie. Hold on 2 seconds. Lonnie needed some help, so we'll get him. Guys, also, if you look in our resource tab, that's got everything that I was talking to Alexis about. So, resources. Come on. Again, I don't have a plethora of stuff for you guys to look at in the hashtags, but it's because I just want to get on the phone. I don't want you guys hanging out, reading all that stuff all day long. It's interesting. Somebody said something about you can't sit in a parked car and learn how to drive it. It's just never going to happen. And so that's kind of where I'm at with this. And it's also a swimming analogy too. I just want you guys jumping into the deep end. You're going to choke on a lot of water, but you will survive. So, yeah, make sure you guys are calling. Okay, let's go back to calling. So Richmond, Virginia is kind of like Roanoke. It seems pretty good. Let's go back and check out. So we're still waiting and that's my other point. This realtor's not calling me back. So I'll just be like, have these property already sold? So that's a polite way of saying, hey, how about getting back to me? Let's see if he responds. Okay, so we're gonna move on. Those were good ones, those little guys. Sort by price. And the reason I sort by price and go low to high is the cheaper ones are easier to sell. And so, yeah, you're not going to get the $100,000 assignment fees, but you're going to be turning them a little bit faster. Here we go. 160 a month. That gets 25. I don't believe that. Let's look at this one real quick. I don't see that getting 2,500. Selling price will be determined the day of the sale. So we got to decide. Oh, here we go. Now he's saying to call his office and ask for Phil Bunny. Okay, we're calling that realtor on the other one. Those, the three, I think they were 3 houses. So let's go back to here. I think they're the first ones. So Rusk, and there's one other one. So let's have this open for when we're going to talk to them. And I think I already have my numbers in there. Maybe not. We were saying 1650 was the worst we saw. So let's go that with that. And then, so we're 290. Okay, let's call Phil.
Hi, thank you for calling Dudley Resources. This is Brian. I'm an AI agent ready to help with any questions or concerns. How can I help you today?
I need to talk to Phil.
I can connect you with Phil. Are you ready for me to transfer you?
Let me think about it. Yep, I'm ready.
Sure. Call is being recorded for training and quality assurance. By staying on the line, you consent to being recorded.
Oh, that's clever.
So,
Hey, Phil, how you doing? Tim told me to give you a call because he said you're way smarter than he is. Is that true?
I don't know
Oh.
that, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, he didn't say it, but I just thought it would be a nice thing to say. Hey, so I'm calling on 3919 Rusk, and it looks like there's 3 properties involved there. Is that correct?
No, there's only 2 left.
2 left.
39, 19.
So 19 and 7 are left?
Yep.
Oh, and those are the ones right next door to each other? Is that right? Or are they close? I just see the map.
They're
Okay. What happened to the other one? Did it got sold, or is it just off market?
No, my client wants to sell these 2 first and use the proceeds to fix her own house, and then we're going to auction that one off.
Oh, these are all going to auction.
Not anymore. The price that you see is the buy now price.
Okay. So the $50,000 is the buy now price? Perfect. Let's do it.
No.
Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. It doesn't
Each
say.
one is currently on the market for $225.
Oh, 225. Oh, I'm seeing it for one.
Correct.
Okay. Maybe that's that I was like this. How is this such a good deal?
The
And
$50K that you're seeing was the opening bid of the virtual auction.
oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, we had multiple offers for 210 and 212, but we're looking for 225 for each of the homes.
Okay. And as an investor, not to be that guy, but it doesn't cash flow for that price. Right? How are you getting it to cash flow?
I don't. I'm not cash. Well,
No, but
what they're looking for.
I don't own it. I love that. No, but I mean, like, I'm sure the rents are about $1,650. You guys are saying $1,800, but I'm seeing about $1,650, and you're losing money every month at that price. So that I'm just curious.
1650, that's more than she's currently charging anyway.
Oh, what
So
is she?
her brother has been paying $800 a month, and the tenant's only paying, I think, $14 a month.
Oh, okay. In your in your ad, it says 1,800 for 3907.
Yeah,
There's a lot
the
of
market rent of the area is
No.
between 1850
Yeah.
and 2100 a month.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm not going to beat you up. It just doesn't cash flow, so it's hard for an investor to buy that. Is she interested at all in seller finance?
No.
No, she didn't, even with a good down payment or anything.
Nope.
Okay, perfect. Well, then we are done. You are free from me.
All right.
Thanks,
You have a good
Phil.
one.
Okay, see ya.
Yep.
Well, that's weird. Okay. I was lying. Okay, so the 50 I was lying about. That I was just kind of joking, and then he did have something that was 50. That's a trick I used with the rental car companies, is when you're calling. I mean, this is kind of more back in the day because you can't do it anymore because everything's online. But I would call and I'd be like, "Hey, I saw you had a $5 a day rental." And they're like, $5 a day? Well, we have one that's 10, but not 5. I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's the one." I'm like, "Sweet, I don't have to pay 30. I'll pay 10." Okay, so weird. So this is coming up as, let me just let the Atlas guys know this. Okay, she wants to ask first before doing the applications. Are they planning to move on December? They can secure deposit and something. Eva, I don't know if we can hold it till December. Yeah, that's hard because we might. Yeah, tell her we can't hold it, but we'll definitely let her know in December that it's available if she wants to get pre-qualified. Make sense?
Yeah, because she doesn't want to like waste both our times if she can't, hold it.
Yeah, just tell her it's really hard to not take a renter if somebody comes along, so we can't hold it.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless ask her what her credit score. Say, do you know what's your credit score? And if her credit score is like 700, in the 700s, then we can talk about it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because then maybe she's a good renter.
Okay.
Or maybe we can do a half month rent for November. Maybe figure something out.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll call her after this.
Yep, I told her that you will call.
Yeah, it's probably a no, but I mean, because I don't want to. It's one of those things where, who knows? Okay, I'll check. A second. I've got to send this to Atlas guys. Just whenever there's a glitch or anything, I like to let them know. Zillow was how much? Yeah, because we had, where is it? The 3919? Yeah, I think it was. Holy slow computer. Okie doke. Where are we at? What time is it? Oh, 9:40? Jeez Louise. Eric, come on up, buddy. How are you? And I think Omar must be getting treatment or something. Eric, what's going on? Uh-oh. If you're
Hello,
talking,
hello.
there we go. Now
Morning.
I can. Now I can. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, good morning. What's going on? So I got a seller finance deal accepted, but it's the first time an agent told me that she is a buyer's agent.
Okay.
And that she sent me a broker. I think it was like a broker
Agreement.
Some type of broker agreement. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I've never dealt with that before, so I was just wondering if you wanted to go over the deal.
100%.
100%.
Now, I'm feeding back for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, let's go over that. Let's send it to me. Let's see. Because keep in mind the seller is responsible for paying all the commissions. So
Correct. Yeah. Okay, so I put the link for the property in the chat box.
okay.
Let's see. So where did we leave off? Yeah, so this whole broker agreement thing, I use ChatGPT to understand it.
Okay.
I guess I wanted to run it by you. Like, what would you do in this situation? Because I didn't want to sign anything.
Yeah, good. No, and you're that's the right thing. Like, don't sign stuff unless you completely understand it, because otherwise you can get really killed.
2%. It was a 2% interest rate.
Oh, this is my hometown. Okay. Oh, I like
And a
this one.
7-year balloon.
Good. Okay. I always try to get a 10-year balloon when you can, because that's where I start. But this is fine. Let's take a look. Trying to see where this is. I know Albuquerque like the back of my hand. So let's see. And it's northeast, which is great in Albuquerque. Let's see where you are exactly, just so I'm pretty sure you're in a great neighborhood. So let me check. Everything is slow. Yeah. There we go. Oh yeah, you're in a really good area. This is really good.
I also uploaded the buyer broker agreement just in case.
Okay. Yeah, I want to read it. Let me see what it says. Yeah, it's super important. So what I do sometimes with chat, yeah, you're in a good area. This is I'm just trying to see. Yeah, right near the golf course on Academy. Okay, cool. Yeah, good area. I've been wanting to buy something here, so let's see.
By the way, my next question was, I know I'm just throwing stuff at you, but I have a question too that I need to check out. It says rent on Zillow says 3,000, but the realtor said she was renting it for 2,200. Does that mean it's because it was an old tenant for a long amount of years?
Okay.
Is that why they were paying so low?
Yeah, because a lot of times you don't raise the rents on a tenant that's excellent because you're saving money in the end by not having to kick them out. The 2,200 makes sense in Albuquerque, and so you always go with the lower rents, whatever the realtor says is trumps anything you see online. Okay, so yeah,
I hear you. I was thinking that. So when the situation comes with, so I guess I should ask her, was the old tenant there for a long amount of years? Because if Zillow rent says 3,000, does that mean you could maybe like meet in the middle and raise the rent up to like 2,700?
So here's the deal. Once the buyer buys this, then they're gonna get their management company or themselves, and they're gonna put it up on Zillow, and they're gonna negotiate. The reason I like to take the very lowest possible is because I want any surprises to be good surprises, not bad surprises. So if I go into this and I'm like, okay, it's 3,000 a month, and I'm basing everything on that, then when I find out it's 2,200 and that's all I can get, then I'm kind of killed. So let's look at this. So what did you offer?
400,000.
Okay. Now run me through how you did it. When you called them, did you go, "Hey, I want to give you 400,000," or what? How did you leave the 400?
So I was looking for an address. I mean, for a property, and then the agent told me that they will not carry any. They will not sell. They will not carry. They basically won't sell their finance. And then I asked her. Basically, I like to turn my L's into a win. I asked all my agents. I'm like, hey, look, my firm is looking for any properties that are willing to sell their finance. And then she linked me to some hub. So I looked through through a link that she sent me to was a hub, and she said, look through all these properties. So after like 5, I finally looked for one, which was this one. This one had a cash flow if it was apparently $3,000 a month for rent. Everything seemed good. I just shot my shot. I just told her, I'm like, hey, I understand interest rates are a little high, but this is what I can work with. And then she said, sounds good. Can you put it into writing? And I was just shocked that it was so easy.
Okay, well, it was so easy because they don't own the house. They've got a mortgage. And so you can't do seller finance when somebody owns the house. Okay? Do you see on my screen? They've got a $300,000 loan that's still due. Did she mention that at all?
They never do.
So let's double check. Let's see if PropStream agrees. Because if they have, so the biggest thing with seller finance is you have to own the house. Because in order for you to be the bank on a house, you have to own it. And so let's see. This is the wrong one. Hold on, let me get it for her. So that doesn't mean that this deal's dead or anything. It just means you can't offer them $400,000 because they don't own the house. So let's check and see here. But she gave you a list of seller finance possibilities in Albuquerque?
Yes.
Okay, well, we need that. I would love to look at that list with you.
Nice.
Okay, so they own 2 properties here. Let's just take a look and get a little better idea of. So they've got one in Tejeras. Okay, so that's probably their primary, the Tejeras. That's up in the mountains. And so this is probably just a rental. They used it for a rental. They bought it. Let's see. We're getting all the information here. Let's look. Property details. Okay, that's they get the mailing addresses that. So maybe it is a primary. When did they buy it? They bought it in 2015. Is that the last time? Okay, let's see what the mortgage is. Okay, they've got a VA loan that they still owe $344,000 on. Okay, so Atlas had a different. Sorry, those are the other ones. Let me get rid of those.
It looked like Atlas had a similar number.
Yeah, I think theirs was a little bit different. I thought it said 300 is what they owed. Sorry, let me close these down. There we go. Okay, so it says their balance is $299, and they've got a 3% interest. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that they own the property outright. That's number one. So if you can just text the realtor and say, hey, I'm working my numbers on Esther, and I just want to make sure that they do own this outright. There's no loan on, because a lot of times realtors don't understand seller financing, and so they'll say yes to things that they shouldn't be saying yes to.
Yeah, I'm starting to understand that right now.
It's really the deal. as dumb as we are, they're dumb too. So like, there's times where they just don't know, and so they're like, yeah, that sounds great. If you want to pay more, that's perfect. I kind of like the fact that Zillow is saying that PropStream is saying that it's more expensive than what we're hearing. And what are they asking?
300. $375,000.
Okay, so they might be right on the money for price.
Meeting at 10.
Meeting at 10. Perfect. Thank you. Let me look over this. Your next job is to get if they do have a mortgage, ask for the mortgage statement, because then we can make a different deal and we can do this sub 2.
Got it. I'll
Okay.
ask right now.
Yeah, let me know. And do you have my phone number, Eric?
No, I don't.
Here, let me give you my phone number. I'll text it to you. I'll put it. It's going to be in your DMs.
Cool,
And
thank
just
you.
yeah, and if do you have WhatsApp by any chance or no?
No, I don't.
Okay. Okay, perfect. There it is. Yeah, if you get the mortgage statement, send it to me. And do me a favor and send me that the buyer's disclosure as well.
Yeah,
Is that-
it's right here in the group chat. In the
Oh, it's
chat.
in the chat? Okay, let me check it out. I'll read that over and I'll call you back too if you send me, like, text me your info and I'll look that over and tell you too.
I just texted her, so I'm waiting on her follow.
Okay, cool. Let me know.
Thank you, Trent. I really appreciate this. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, take it easy. All right, guys, I gotta run because I got a lawyer that I have to talk to. So much fun. Don't be jealous. Okay, I will be back tomorrow. 8 a.m. It's my birthday, so you get me on my birthday, and then I have to go to a wedding. So not much of a birthday. Okay, there you go, guys. Take it easy. See ya.